Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today's July 18th, and right now we are looking at the visible satellite imagery as of yesterday. If I put it into motion, you can see that marine layer bubbling around. It moved into the Bay Area pretty well into some of the coastal valleys, but did burn off during the day for many areas. And then as we went through the afternoon yesterday, you can see across the peninsular ranges here some thunderstorm activity popping up and up towards some of the desert areas as well. Not much across the Sierra Nevada, but you can see what I believe is the Trout Fire here, and that producing some pretty good smoke. You can see actually probably producing cumulus clouds at times as well. And you can see the lightning strikes across Arizona and at times into Nevada as we went through the day yesterday. And we scroll through this morning. And again, as we go through this morning, you can see the monsoon moisture moving up across the region here and some lightning strikes down across Arizona and Mexico as we go into currently. You can see that marine layer up and down the coastline for much of the state of California. And you can actually see this is probably pretty close to Death Valley, ongoing thunderstorm as we speak right now. That might be an interesting photogenic looking storm out there. And taking a look at the Trout Fire here. So actually we do have a fatality, apparently a civilian fatality from this fire. Pretty active here. None of it is contained yet. It's over 6,000 acres as of right now. So, heads up for that. It is that time of the year here, unfortunately, where we start to get these fires really flaring up. And this is looking at the high resolution rapid refresh. So look as we scroll through this afternoon, look at that Trout Fire just really flare up and just really impacting much of the Sierra Nevada and portions of western Nevada here as we go through tonight here. So yeah, pretty good smoke producer there right now. Not too bad off to the west and across some of the valley areas in a lot of Southern California, escaping that smoke from the fire for the most part, at least for now. Taking a look at current hazards, are starting to reintroduce some of that excessive heat watch, heat advisories, and excessive heat warnings are starting to come out for the region here. And we're really going to ramp up the heat again. Don't shoot the messenger here. I'm just here to report the weather. I wish I could control it. And prolonged heat returns to Southern California. Again, not so much for the coastal areas where a lot of people live, but for interior areas, the heat is really going to ramp up. And we still have some of these beach hazard statements here across Southern California also. And that's for dangerous rip currents, breaking waves, 3 to 6 feet height expected across the south and southwest facing beaches. Again, that's Ventura County, Malibu Coast, and Los Angeles County beaches. And that goes through this evening right now. So high temperatures, actually this is not high temperatures, this is actually the thunder threat here. You can see the thunder today. Looks like a little misprint there by the National Weather Service. But anyway, you can see for the higher terrain, best chances here for some lightning activity here. Virtually zero as you get towards the coastal regions. And this is looking Hanford National Weather Service, extreme heat incoming here. So dangerous high maximum temperatures that are going to be incoming here. We're going to look at that here in more detail here in a moment. But you can see this is the probability of 110 or hotter for Tuesday, July 23rd, and we could reach that actually before that also, and I'm going to show you that in some of the weather models. But of course you can see some of the interior valleys and some of the valley areas here starting to ramp up this heat. So if we take a look at the GFS, this is for Friday. This is probability of 2-meter max temperature equal to or greater than 110 Fahrenheit. And look at this. This is just intense heat. And as I scroll through the day, we'll go through Saturday afternoon again. Here we go through Sunday afternoon. We still have chances across the interior valley and, of course, very hot across the deserts. And then you can see Monday. Here we go on in through Tuesday again across many areas here, possibly including places like Fresno and maybe down towards Bakersfield. And then we go on in through Wednesday afternoon and again. So yeah, you can see the pretty impressive heat coming up here. And if I scroll back here and click on greater than or equal to 100 degrees as well, you can kind of see something similar here as well as I scroll through these days. You can see we're going to be very warm coming up. Actually, this is the GFS that is just now running hot off the presses, but this would be for Thursday afternoon. This would be for today, and then we scroll on in towards Friday, which is not loaded yet. I wanted to point this out. Bakersfield, California, actually a little bit below normal there yesterday, 98 degrees. We finally cooled down. Only the second day that we've had a high temperature below 100 degrees here for the month so far here, but don't get used to it because we are going to be ramping this heat back up again here as we go through, starting really as we go through today. We're going to start ramping that heat back up a little bit here. And this is for Arizona, talking about the excessive heat risk out there as well. So for the lower deserts, possibly up to 118. And yeah, so this is coming, folks. Get ready for it. Now, looking at the Thunderstorm Outlook today, just clips Fresno here, and again, some of Southern California, some of the Sierra Nevada into the gun, Nevada, Arizona, and Utah as well. And this kind of shows you on the high-resolution rapid refresh over the next 48 hours is the 12Z run. You can see some of that monsoon moisture spinning up across the area, and we're showing some pretty good lightning activity there, again, across the peninsular ranges here, and up across the Sierra Nevada, probably a little bit more substantial coverage as we go through the afternoon and the evening hours today. And then we're going to scroll on in for tomorrow here. This is for Friday, tomorrow. And again, you can see that thunderstorm activity popping back up in Nevada, Arizona, and higher terrain of Southern California and the Sierra Nevada as well. Now, taking a look at the high resolution rapid refresh one more time, we're going to take a look at that thunderstorm activity. This is the lightning flash density potential. And you can see for today and then tomorrow. And you can kind of see how that rotates. In that clockwise rotation out here, you get that high pressure and it spins that monsoon moisture back up over the region here as we go through Friday night. So taking a look at what's going on here, upper levels of the atmosphere, we've got the ridge here. You can see it across the Four Corners area in Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, Utah. So again, 18,000 feet, 500 millibars. So watch what this thing is doing. You don't have to be a meteorologist to know that this thing is creeping off to the west. And that's why the heat is going to be ramping up here as we start to go through the upcoming days. And at the very end of last night's European run here, this will be about Tuesday night, you can clearly see the ridge has shifted off to the west. And that's what's really going to ramp up the temperatures here for much of California. Also dealing with the fire threat. Also, I mean, it kind of goes without saying at this point. It's not showing anything out of the unusual, but some of these fires, of course, could be caused by lightning over the next few days. And if we look at the Climate Prediction Center, they talk about this excessive heat as we go through the end of July upcoming here. This could continue on. And this is the 6 to 10 day above average, July 23rd through 27th there, ridge axis, and of course sliding off to the west and helping to warm things up. This is a 6 to 10 day. You can kind of see the monsoon moisture working around down here across the southwest as well. And all the good things must come to an end. We are officially no longer completely drought free across the state of California, but we do have a little bit of moderate drought out there right now. Of course, it covers about maybe 1% of the state, but it was great while it lasted. We do have some abnormally dry here across some of the Sierra Nevada, Northern California, but still much of the state doing quite well as far as drought is concerned. Although we have dried things out quite rapidly, this could be changing over the next few months depending on how the moisture goes. And then of course it plays into next year based on our next fall and winter storm season that comes up. But anyway, yeah. Interesting stuff. Watch out. Eyes on the sky across the higher terrain for that thunderstorm activity, monsoon moisture, and then we're going to ramp up this heat here over the next few days. So anyway, I hope you guys are liking these videos. Click that subscribe button. It's free to do so. And if you want to monetarily support the channel, you can click the join button down below. I'm also going to open a Patreon page as well because I've had several people asking about that. So I will probably just go ahead and do it and try to allow you guys to monetarily support the channel if you want. No pressure, of course. But yeah, click like and subscribe. We'll do this all again tomorrow, and I'll talk to you guys then.